Countdown.
A mother and her 2 children trapped upstairs while flames broke out at this home in Armstrong County. The smoke was just too much, so the family had to be rescued from a second-story window.
Now, all 3 victims are at a Pittsburgh hospital this afternoon. Channel 11's Liz Kilmer spoke with the fire chief and has the latest on the victims from Parks Township.
Firefighters believe the fire started in this first-floor room used for storage. A mom and her 2 children were upstairs trapped. Firefighters pulled them from this window, and they were flown to the hospital. Firefighters swarming Dime Road in Parks Township called to this home after 5:30 Thursday morning as a woman and her young son and daughter were trapped on the 2nd floor. Firefighters say fire broke out on the 1st and smoke quickly filled the Armstrong County home. The family was rescued from this window and they were flown to the hospital.
They were conscious and alert. Mainly smoke inhalation problems seem to be the issue right now.
No firefighters were hurt as they battled flames up against the bitter cold. They saved the home from being a total loss, but the family will be forced out for now, just days before Christmas. A state police fire marshal will be working to find out how exactly the fire started. We'll have the very latest for you in a report I'm working on for 5. In Armstrong County, I'm Liz Kilmer, Channel 11 News.
Smoke poured out of a house in Washington County this morning as crews fought flames and very cold temperatures. Firefighters were on Oak Street in Marianna for hours. The homeowner told us that she was home with her boyfriend and 4 children, and she had to kick open the basement door to get her family out. We're working to learn more on their escape. Look for that tonight on Channel 11 News starting at 5.
Well, no snow today. It's sunny out. That's the nice part. The chill, though, still in the air.
Definitely chilly. Single-digit wind chills this morning, and the temperature won't get out of the 20s today. Meteorologist Scott Harbaugh is tracking the conditions in Severe Weather Center 11.
We've all been outside in the last hour and a half, and you look outside and it looks really pretty.
Until you
Step
get there.
outside, it's a little cold. 20 degrees right now as we look live into downtown Pittsburgh right now with Tower Cam. Beautiful sunshine, as Peggy mentioned, with that wind chill right now. Only 9 degrees. We have a breeze across much of the area, so wind chill currently 7 in Greensburg, 10 in Butler, 14 in Washington. Not brutal, but definitely get bundled up if you're going to be outside. We have had some clouds pass off through the area. Most of these are going to be shunted off to the east. So as we go through the afternoon, going to pick up increasing amounts of sunshine. 1 o'clock temperature 24 degrees, by 4 o'clock 27. This is the coldest day of the bunch. I'm updating the forecast for holiday shopping this weekend. Plus, I do have your Christmas forecast. Putting that together right now. I have that for you coming up in about 15 minutes.
At least 1 person is dead, dozens of others hurt after a 30-car pileup on I-80. This happened in Union County yesterday, just outside of State College. You can see from these images, it was an absolute mess. Part of the road was closed in both directions for some time, and many of the vehicles involved were totaled. We had our share of accidents when the snow squalls moved through yesterday afternoon. 52nd Street in Lawrenceville was forced to close because the road was a solid sheet of ice. A school bus ended up stuck on the street trying to make a turn. And in Hempfield, a student and 2 other people were taken to the hospital after a chain reaction crash involving a school bus. The roads were completely covered in minutes by the quickly changing weather. When the conditions change in an instant like this.
It doesn't really feel like we're being impeached, do you?
President Donald Trump strikes a defiant tone after being impeached. Today there are questions about whether his trial in the Senate may be delayed, with House Speaker Nancy Pelosi suggesting she will not hand over the articles of impeachment to the Senate until they're comfortable there will be a fair trial. In the past hour, Pelosi said the next step depends on the move the Senate makes.
Just to get this off the table right away, we impeached the president immediately. Everybody was on to the next thing. The next thing for us will be when we see the process that is set forth in the Senate.
Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell sounded off this morning, saying this has been the outcome the Democrats have planned for years.
So let's be clear. The House's vote yesterday was not some neutral judgment that Democrats came to with great reluctance. It was the predetermined end of a partisan crusade that began before President Trump was even nominated, let alone sworn in.
NBC's Tracy Potts is on Capitol Hill with how we got where we are today.
For only the third time in U.S. history,
The yeas are 229.
a president has been impeached.
It doesn't really feel like we're being impeached. Do you?
President Trump at a campaign rally in Michigan aiming his ire squarely at House Speaker Nancy Pelosi.
Americans will show up by the tens of millions next year to vote Pelosi the hell out of office.
Pelosi won't say when the House will send articles of impeachment to the Senate so they can try President Trump on abuse of power and obstruction of Congress. She says she's concerned Republicans won't run a fair trial.
The majority leader in the United States Senate says it's okay for the foreman of the jury to be in cahoots with the lawyers of the accused. That doesn't sound right to us.
Impeachment came after 10 hours of spirited debate.
This is a political vendetta.
The president is the smoking gun.
You did it. You did it. Now prove it's wrong. You did it.
Republicans united against impeachment, with 3, then 2 Democrats joining them. The Senate now divided over whether to allow witnesses and new evidence.
The American people want to see what's in those documents that the president has been hiding.
I'm going to tell the president no to his witness request, because I think what's best for the country is to get this behind us as soon as possible.
But that cannot happen until Pelosi gives the okay. Senate aides think that may not happen until January. Tracy Potts, NBC News, Washington.
After the vote, Democratic Congressman Connor Lamb wrote on Facebook, quote, "What President Trump did was wrong. He insists the call was perfect, which means he would do it again." While Republican Congressman Guy Reschenthaler said, "At the end of the day, you don't have the facts to make the case. The law is on our side." This situation, of course, continues to develop. Look for any new updates tonight, starting at 5 on Channel 11 News.
Detectives are investigating a double shooting in Perry South. Police found Cedric Mack's body in the passenger seat of an SUV parked at the corner of Kennedy and Norwood Avenues yesterday. A woman was also shot in the arm. We were kept away from the SUV, but it looked like the window of the driver's side was shot out. So far, police have not made any arrests. A 15-year-old is in the Allegheny County Jail charged with murder. Police say Corey Mickens is responsible for Traquan Embry's death back in February. Officers found Embry lying along East 17th Street in Homewood. He was shot several times and died at the hospital. Embry's mother told officers he had just left the house a few minutes before he was shot. Mickens was already in jail on unrelated charges when he was charged in this case.
The first person ever convicted of drug delivery resulting in death at Allegheny County is heading to prison. A judge just sentenced Tyree Saunders to between 7 and 14 years behind bars. He sold heroin to Jeremy Clark in Clairton back in 2017. Clark had pure fentanyl in his system. A man convicted of selling heroin in a hospital maternity ward is in more trouble. The Trib reported Cody Hulse was arrested earlier this month for a series of thefts in Latrobe and Unity. Police say he stole a pickup and took things out of cars in a parking lot. He was arrested 2 years ago for selling heroin at Excella Westmoreland Hospital following his daughter's birth.
An elementary student suspended, accused of bringing 2 BB guns to school. The Woodland Hills School District Superintendent said the 5th grader showed the guns to students on the bus. The principal spoke with the boy. He said the Turtle Creek student was planning to use them to play with a friend after school. The State Game Commission is asking for patience as it investigates video of a deer being tortured. They're now working with local and state police. It's been 3 weeks since that video surfaced. It shows 2 Jefferson County teens laughing as they kick an injured buck in the face. An online petition calling for criminal charges has over 600,000 signatures.
The Pittsburgh Public School Board has passed a new budget, but they could not agree on a tax hike, and that leaves one giant hole in the deal. Last night, the board narrowly passed the $665 million spending plan, but rejected the 2.3% tax increase that would have funded the budget. Without the tax increase, the district faces a $180 million shortfall. Some people, including Pittsburgh Mayor Bill Peduto, question the need for a tax increase, even though it would be the first in 5 years. Officials cite a decline in enrollment and stagnant test scores. School administrators argue the costs of running the district do not decrease as fast as the number of students. During a meeting this week with the superintendent, Mayor Peduto said, quote, "At the end of the day, it's the children of Pittsburgh that are the mission for both of us." The board agreed to meet again next week in hopes of reaching a compromise.
People in Plum could see their property taxes jump next year to help fund public schools. According to the Trib, the school board is considering a 4% tax hike. Taxes would go up about $97 for a home with the median value of $113,000. The proposal aims to fill a $1.3 million budget gap. Sports betting in Pennsylvania has set a new record. Last month, the state saw the most money ever placed in bets, with about $316 million. That is up 31% from October. And in the year since sports books opened, Pennsylvania has seen more than $1 billion in bets placed. That makes it the third largest sports betting state in the country.
New details on the Steelers and the push for the playoffs. Duck Hodges is trying to rebound from throwing 4 interceptions on Sunday night. Mike Tomlin announced earlier this week Hodges would remain the starter. The Steelers and Hodges are now gearing up for Sunday's road game with the Jets. Hodges will learn from that performance, but he knows he can't let it linger.
For 24 hours, it was definitely kind of tough pill to swallow, but it's over with, and now I got to let it go. And now I'm just focused on this week and doing whatever it takes for the team to get the win this week.
5 Steelers are headed for the Pro Bowl. David DeCastro is a reserve. Cam Hayward, Minka Fitzpatrick, T.J. Watt, and Marquise Pouncey will all be starters.
Well, I'm happy that he's been caught.
His car was broken into, and he's not the only victim. How a key piece of evidence and a little luck helped police catch the suspect.
A 14-year-old girl accused of biting an officer as he broke up a school bus fight. The reason, the girl's mother says, it was all in self-defense.
Bitterly cold today, but if you have holiday shopping plans, I'm pinpointing the best times to get out to the stores.
We've always counted on Channel 11 Morning News for breaking news. Now, we've expanded our coverage of breaking news where you live. Our anchor connects you to new information all morning long. Don't miss anything happening in the morning. Watch Channel 11. WPXI Now. Channel 11 expands its streaming live newscasts. When other stations are national, Channel 11 News is local, right here at 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. on WPXI Now. Watch David Johnson and Peggy Finnegan on Channel 11 News at 5.
Police say this man stole from cars in a local neighborhood and used what he found in those cars to commit more crimes. The investigation centered on two communities in Westmoreland County, Murraysville and Penn Township. Channel 11's Melanie Marcelco shows us how police used surveillance video to track down the suspect.
Well, I was mad just because of the inconvenience of it. I was glad that he didn't do any damage on my car.
Tim Lariotis was one of about a handful of victims who found their cars ransacked. His debit cards were missing outside of his Walton Crossings home. Now the man accused of taking them is in jail. Police say they were able to link Kent Winner to the crime thanks to surveillance video from area businesses where he allegedly used those stolen cards.
At the same time, I'd gotten a call from First Commonwealth Bank, the fraud office.
Police say Winner was on a spending spree, breaking into cars, stealing cards, and using them at area convenience stores like Sheetz and Get Go in Murraysville and Delmont. Police say when they searched Winner's house, they found the clothes he was seen wearing in the video, along with some stolen cards, even a stolen gun.
I'm happy that he's been caught. It's a shame because I do live in an area that's pretty nice. And
the suspect was still in jail, facing charges in two separate theft cases. The judge denied him any chance for bonds.
A family outraged over how police handled the situation on a school bus. The mother admitted to Channel 11 her daughter was in a fight, but said the officer used unnecessary force to stop it. Video shows police detaining the 14-year-old West Mifflin student. The girl's mother said officers banged her head against the window, twisted her legs, and pulled her hair. The teen's sister was on the bus and says she tried to help.
She's in pain. So what don't y'all get? Can y'all let go?
The girl's mother told us her daughter only bit the officer in self-defense. The family plans to take legal action. A Youngwood woman has pleaded guilty to assaulting her grandmother over the volume of her TV. Sarah Amarino attacked the 78-year-old when she refused to turn down the volume on a Steelers game. She'll serve at least 2 years behind bars.
A Washington County fire chief has been arrested in Thailand, and now the community is rallying to bring him home. Hanover Fire Chief Michael Mora was arrested at the Bangkok airport November 23rd after a bullet was found in his luggage. Mora was in Thailand doing work for his employer, General Electric. Tonight he is safe in a Thai hotel after his family said he spent time in prison. His family is very grateful, they say, for the support and said it's heartwarming that the legislature is reaching out and helping. A GoFundMe to help Mora's family cover his legal expenses has raised more than $30,000.
We really, truly get to change people's lives.
A local family on a mission and devoting their lives to educating people about a growing trend across the country, CBD oil. The family is opening their 18th store, all devoted to CBD products. Channel 11's Amy Hudak has more on why the family business is so personal.
I have found people that tell me that if they're having a panic attack or anxiety, that they found this to be very beneficial for them.
It's a new trend in the health and wellness space that's taking off nationwide, CBD.
We have the gummies, we have capsules, and even coffee.
An alternative to find relief from depression, anxiety, and pain.
This is our main product.
John Glom opened his first CBD store in Pittsburgh last year.
My wife and I both have arthritis, bone on bone, and I have actually a torn meniscus.
He says CBD products prevented him from having surgery.
We call him the CBD godfather of Pittsburgh.
Now his daughter is getting ready to open their 18th CBD store in Pittsburgh, this one in Shaler.
We have a wide variety of customers, from young to old, even to pets.
Guercio says she's helped veterans struggling with PTSD get out of bed and given pets a better quality of life as they age.
We really, truly get to change people's lives.
But the trend is tricky. The products aren't regulated by the FDA, and consumers need to be their own advocates. CBD doesn't require a prescription. You can buy products at a gas station or on the internet, and the ingredients aren't necessarily known.
If they're going to purchase CBD products, to really have a better understanding of the quality of the product.
The Gloms are hoping to help educate the public as they're on pace to open their 1,000th store nationwide by 2020. Amy Hudak, Channel 11 News.
Breaking news, you are looking live at police responding to a shooting at a senior living center in Rhode Island. Police say at least 3 people were shot at Babcock Village Senior Living in Westerly, that is in southern Rhode Island, right on the Connecticut border. We'll let you know as we learn more about this.
You're your severe winter Team 11 forecast.
It does not take long for the hands to get cold this afternoon when you step outside. Temperatures barely back to 20 degrees. The good news is twofold. One, there is a little sunshine today. Two, wind's not as strong as it was during the day yesterday. Still, we have a wind chill. Feels like 9 degrees right now in Pittsburgh. Feels like 7 in Greensburg and Indiana. The reason we talk about the wind chill, that's what your body reacts to. It's the temperature plus the wind factored in. So your body, when you step outside in Pittsburgh right now, thinks it's 9 degrees. That's why we tell you to get covered up, dress in layers, put the hat on to keep the heat close to your body, especially if you're going to be outside for any length of time. Two areas I want to show you on the visible satellite. One is the moving shades of white. Those are the clouds, and we've had some clouds pass through the area this morning. The white that's not moving, that's snowpack. Visible satellite is literally just pictures from satellites taken of the Earth's surface, and obviously the white snowpack reflects. So you can see quite a bit of snow back through northern, western Ohio into Indiana, and even underneath our cloud cover, we have some snowpack here. Those are from those snow squalls yesterday. They dropped generally about 1 inch to 1.5 inches of snow, but a couple areas did pick up a little bit more. Good deal of sunshine today, about 6 hours worth of sunshine, and over the next couple of days, sunshine's going to be fairly abundant, at least as abundant as it can be this time of the year. Maximum sun time, about 9 hours and 17 minutes, with the sun not rising till about 7:45 in the morning, then setting just before 5 o'clock. Friday and Saturday should be looking at about 8 hours of sunshine both days. Sunday, about 6 hours of sunshine. Wouldn't wash the car today, though, because it's a little bit too cold. Temperature's not making it back to 32 degrees, so you get the door jambs to freeze, the locks to freeze from the water from the car wash. But Friday, Saturday, Sunday, above freezing all 3 days, and well above freezing by the time we get to the weekend. Forecast today from Severe Weather Team 11, a mix of sun and just a few high, thin clouds. 27 for the high temperature today. Wind chill, though, all day long, ranging from 9, where it is right now in Pittsburgh, to about 18 degrees later this afternoon. Tonight, mostly clear. Going to drop to 22, so not nearly as cold as it was this morning. Pittsburgh, for the first time this season, dropped into the single digits this morning. First time since back in early March. 36 tomorrow for the high temperature. Good deal of sunshine. Again, a couple high, thin clouds. And this is seasonably chilly tomorrow. Normal high temperature tomorrow is about 38 degrees. Now, I know a lot of you have some holiday shopping to do this weekend, myself included. Saturday, mostly sunny, 43. Sunday, 45 degrees. By the way, this weekend, Saturday, is the start of the winter solstice. That's when we have technically our shortest day of the year. It happens at 11:19 on Saturday night. That's when winter officially begins. We're tilted away from the sun right now, so the greatest solar energy is into the southern hemisphere, which is why we tend to be so cold in the winter. Christmas Day next week, not looking too bad. Temperatures generally in the 40s for most of the afternoon. Your 5-day forecast with your weekend always in view. 36 for the high tomorrow, 43 Saturday, well into the 40s Sunday and Monday.
You may have already seen the technology, how scam artists are tricking you with fake pictures and websites.
And what a group of teenagers did with cheese that has them in trouble with police. More than 500 turkeys given away for free to families in need. A local sheriff's department and a group of volunteers provide a Thanksgiving meal every year to those who can't afford it.
It means a lot to us, too, that, hey, we can help somebody out in need.
It's a blessing.
Giving a holiday boost to families in need makes us proud to be from Pittsburgh.
Proud to be from Pittsburgh. Brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Great cars, great people. For a great deal on a Honda, visit Shop Honda. Stephen Cropper, tracking the weather in your neighborhood.
A substitute teacher has been fired for smoking weed in the classroom. Students at a Massachusetts high school told officials the sub smoked while leading a lesson about marijuana.
I don't think that's appropriate, especially because the kids are so young and, they're there to learn.
School leaders did not identify the teacher, but commended the group of students who reported him.
It's become a strange online prank, throwing slices of cheese on people and things. Well, 3 teens from Erie are in trouble for doing that. State police say the teens threw cheese at cars and a house. The teens are now facing charges, but will likely just have to pay a $300 fine.
But nobody gets jail time for this. Jail is reserved for the most serious offenses.
State police say witnesses identified the teens and they admitted to the prank.
It's going to be crowded on the roads and in the air this holiday season. AAA says this will be a record-breaking travel season. 115.6 million people will hit the road between Saturday and New Year's Day. That's an increase of 4 million drivers from last year. The worst travel day will be the day after Christmas. And the price of gas will be higher. The average price of a gallon of gas in the Pittsburgh area is $2.76. Last year, it was 15 cents cheaper.
Speaking of travel, a major renovation in the works for Pittsburgh International Airport. A new look at the billion-dollar upgrades coming.
Plus, a woman accused in a hit and run, where police found her hiding after they say she hit a man.
Today's the coldest day we're going to see right through Christmas. I'm tracking the warm-up heading into the weekend.
Our weather can change in an instant. Depend on Pittsburgh's chief meteorologist, Stephen Cropper, to keep you ahead of every twist and turn. Real, clear, accurate. Pittsburgh's chief meteorologist, Stephen Cropper. That's coverage you can count on. WPXI Now, your source for breaking news, weather, and original local shows. Amazing people are having a big impact all over rural America. Small town, big deal. Weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on WPXI Now.
Channel 11 News at 5, covering more news in Westmoreland County.
Single-digit wind chills this morning, and the temperatures won't get out of the 20s today.
But hang in there. A rebound is apparently on the way, at least according to meteorologist Scott Harbaugh. He's tracking all the conditions for us.
I was just looking at the numbers. Yeah, I think today's going to be the coldest day of the rest of the year.
Wow.
That goes out. I mean, it only goes out another 2 weeks, but still, I mean, looking at some of the long-term models, this might be the coldest air we see for the rest of 2019. Temperature in Pittsburgh right now, 20 degrees, 21 in Greensburg, still hanging on to 19 in Indiana. There is a bit of a breeze, so there is a wind chill. Indiana and Greensburg feels like 7 right now. Pittsburgh, current wind chill of 9 degrees. Temperatures will come up a little bit this afternoon thanks to some sunshine. Live look at our PennDOT cameras right now. Parkway North, Camp Horn Road, sun-drenched skies. Notice the pavement is dry, not only here, but I-79 Deer Run. Here's my only concern. With the sun out today, it takes a little bit of that snow on the shoulder and the brim of the road, and it melts it a little bit, so you get a little water on the road. And then tonight, once the sun goes down, you get that refreeze or that black ice issue, because temperatures tonight will quickly fall back down into the low 20s with clear skies. Coming up in a few minutes, I'm going to track those temperatures right through Christmas Day, and I'll have your Christmas Eve and Christmas Day forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Police say this woman jumped from her car after hitting a man, then ran to a house to hide. But it did not take long for police to track her down. Channel 11's Gabriella DeLuca found out who else was in that house.
This criminal complaint describes a crazy scene inside of this normally quiet neighborhood in Wexford. It all ended with a woman behind bars and a male with very serious injuries at the hospital. This cracked tree marks the result of a violent crash that happened on Manor Road. Pieces of the tree are still scattered in a nearby yard. Northern Regional Police tell Channel 11 a man was going for a walk and getting exercise around 1:30 Monday afternoon when a woman in a Ford pickup hit him. Police say the victim fell to the ground and the driver, Leslie Herbach, jumped out of the car and ran to a nearby house where a woman was resting with her 1-year-old child. Herbach is facing trespassing and burglary charges. According to the complaint, the woman inside said she heard a voice outside her rear door and observed a frantic female talking on a cell phone. The unknown female began to knock on the back door and ask for help, stating that she had been in an accident. The woman inside told Herbach to go to the front of her house, and apparently Herbach got aggressive. The homeowner told police when the resident began to open the front door, the unknown female pushed her way into the house and ran up to the second floor. Police eventually were able to get her into custody. As for the victim, police say he's still recovering in the hospital. According to online court records, the suspect posted bond, and according to the Northern Regional Police Chief, more charges could be coming. Reporting in Wexford, Gabriella DeLuca, Channel 11 News.
Officials at Clairton Elementary School say they're taking steps after finding a bed bug. In a letter to parents, school officials say they only found one bug, and after class let out, they inspected and treated every classroom. School officials say they're monitoring the situation and are in touch with health officials and exterminators. New housing options are in the works in Point Breeze. This is a picture from our partners at the Pittsburgh Business Times of what the mixed-use property would look like. The plan is to build 125 rental properties, including 50 affordable housing units and 25 homes. There's no timeline yet on when this is all expected to be done.
A live look at Pittsburgh International Airport. Some major changes are on the way here. The terminal is set to undergo a $1 billion renovation next year. Still in the design phase right now, but Channel 11's Rick Earl learned it is on track to open in about 3 years.
Pittsburgh International Airport soon undergoing a $1 billion transformation from this to this, a brand new terminal with an emphasis on green space and natural lighting.
We're using a lot of glass to bring in natural light. There's no more efficient energy in the world than natural light.
Paul Hoback is the Chief Development Officer, and today he updated community and business leaders. He says the new design will include a new parking garage and rental car space, along with outdoor observation decks and designated areas for meeting and greeting passengers.
So everybody and their mother wants to come to the airport, wants to meet their loved ones, wants to have a sandwich or something at one of our cafes or diners, and they just love the airport. They love to be there.
And he says it will also allow for the futuristic transformation into a smart airport, where security one day relies on facial recognition and biometrics, and ticket counters likely a thing of the past. While he says those changes are still years away, he says all of this will improve passenger experience, making it quicker and easier to get in and out of the airport. And he says the airport won't have to worry about power outages because they're moving to natural gas from airport property and building a solar panel.
So the actual electrical grid today will be our backup power. So you will never see Pittsburgh International Airport on the news as you've seen recently with Atlanta and LAX and losing power.
And Rick tells us the solar farm will be built on 8 acres of land that sits right off Route 376.
We're learning more about the proposed Hyperloop. It would change the way we travel. Hyperloop Transportation Technologies is one of a handful of companies developing the superfast trains. A route from Pittsburgh to Chicago would cost $25 billion to build, but the big selling point, no tax dollars involved.
We believe that it can be financed by private industry so that you and I aren't paying for it in 20 years, 30 years.
Construction of the Hyperloop would create hundreds of thousands of jobs in addition to bringing resources to small towns across the region.
Democrats running for president will have a lot to talk about tonight. Their 6th and final debate of 2019 will be held in Los Angeles. 7 candidates have qualified to participate in the debate, including Andrew Yang and Pete Buttigieg, who has taken off in the polls since the last debate in November. 4 more debates are scheduled for January and February. A day after the impeachment vote, Congress is back at it today to debate and likely pass a major trade agreement between the U.S., Canada, and Mexico. Our Jacqueline Fell is in Washington to explain why this time Democrats in the House are expected to give the president a big win.
One day after impeaching President Donald Trump, the Democratic-led House is now expected to overwhelmingly pass one of his signature priorities, a new trade deal called the USMCA. I expect the new deal with Canada and Mexico will pass on a bipartisan basis today before lawmakers head back to their districts for the holidays. President Trump made replacing the North American Free Trade Agreement, or NAFTA, a hallmark of his presidential run in 2016. The deal gives lawmakers from both parties the chance to support a deal sought by farmers, ranchers, and business owners. Those workers are anxious to move past the months of trade tensions that have complicated spending and hiring decisions. Supporters of the new trade deal say more than 12 million American jobs depend on this agreement. Some opponents say the plan still doesn't do enough to prevent U.S. jobs from relocating to Mexico. But it has won praise from Democrats who have routinely voted against previous trade deals. In Washington, Jacqueline Fell, Channel 11 News.
Thieves can be creative when it comes to finding new ways to steal your cash.
And now they're using deep fake technology, using a computer-generated image to look like a real person. We find out how to weed out the scams.
But next, distracted shopping. Why you may want to put away the phone the next time you go to the mall.
News is happening in your neighborhood. Channel 11 News is there.
We're in McCandless, Cranberry, and Butler.
We cover news everywhere you live, not just downtown.
We're in Aliquippa, Coraopolis, and Moon.
Bringing you stories that impact your town. That's what makes Channel 11 News different.
More local news from more neighborhoods. That's a fact.
We're in Bethel Park, South Park, and Mount Lebanon.
When you want news from where you live,
watch Channel 11 News.
forecast, now on your screen all the time on Channel 11 News.
The last gift you bought off Amazon could have been trash. The Wall Street Journal looked into reports some Amazon sellers listed unopened items they grabbed from dumpsters. And reporters from the Journal found they could actually do that. They sold several salvaged items, including a jar of lemon curd. Amazon is now updating its policy to forbid selling items taken from the trash. And if you're like most of us, you're constantly on your phone checking messages and social media.
Got to stay up to date. Our consumer advisor, Clark Howard, says you might want to put that phone away, though, the next time you go out shopping.
You ever noticed how you can't even remember how you got from here to there because you were so busy walking looking at your phone? Well, let me tell you, for your wallet, that kind of distracted use of a phone is ugly. So you're out and about in a store or whatever, you don't focus enough on what's going on there while you're reading a new message from somebody or you're talking to somebody or whatever. You're not comparison shopping. You're not really thinking through what's going on there, and you're going to spend a lot more money than you may have intended to just because you're so distracted. So I know these things are addicting, but when you're in a store and you're on a mission to buy this or that or the other, put the phone away or your wallet will hate you. I'm Clark Howard.
You know the old saying, if it's too good to be true, then it probably is. How scam artists are using deep fake technology now to get your money.
On this weather forecast heading into the holidays, it is good and it is true. I'll have the details right through Christmas coming up.
Every 10 minutes, Scott and Tricia are going to tell you how to start your day.
Every single time we go to Scott, he's bringing new information. He wants to make sure you're prepared for your day.
You ask Tricia where is the closure, she knows it, and 3 ways around it.
WPXI Now, your source for original local shows. Check out the intense, action-packed world of esports. Top plays and interviews on Esports Weekly, Saturday and Sunday at 10 a.m. and 7:30 p.m. on WPXI Now.
Watch Channel 11 News at 6.
Followed by NBC Nightly News at 6:30.
Seeing isn't always believing. Scam artists are using artificial intelligence to create real-looking job websites, photos, and videos of people who don't exist. Channel 11's David Johnson shows us the frightening consequences of what's known as deep fake technology.
I know that people are going to fall for this because it looked so amazingly real.
Corporate trainer John McDowell posted his resume on Indeed, a job website. A Japanese company contacted him saying it had expansion plans for the U.S.
They used a real company's website. It looked extremely real. They were very professional.
They offered him the job, but he first needed to install some software on his computer and spend money. Right then, he knew he was being scammed.
Guarantee you, this guy was in Nigeria putting on a fake Japanese accent.
Armed with artificial intelligence, criminals are casting a digital net to catch victims. Often the bait is a big job offer.
It's fairly easy to set these sites up.
For proof, cyber detective Willis McDonald created this site for a company that makes autonomous systems for cargo planes. It has a real address, real chat feature. You can even see the team behind the company, but they're all fake. Names and photos of people who don't exist. A digital creation.
If I wanted to use it for malicious purposes, it would take probably 2 to 3 hours to set this up and around $20.
McDonald created his fake faces using a computer-generated program that's online. It's called This Person Does Not Exist.
It fools us sometimes.
Software developer Philip Wang created the site. It uses a powerful AI program created by a tech company, NVIDIA, to spawn a new face and a new person every second. Basically a mashup of pictures online.
It's 70,000 public domain images from the Flickr dataset. It's quite possible you're in there somewhere.
But it's not just pictures fooling us into thinking someone is real.
This person does not exist.
This is not a person. This is actually made from 3 people at the TV station.
Some fear the deepfake technology of artificial intelligence poses a threat to democracy.
We're entering an era in which our enemies can make it look like anyone is saying anything at any point in time.
Former President Barack Obama stressed the perils of face-generating programs. Actually, that wasn't Obama. It was the creation of filmmaker-comedian Jordan Peele.
Moving forward, we need to be more vigilant with what we trust from the internet.
McDonald and other cyber sleuths say deepfake video and photo counterfeiting could have a profound impact on elections and foreign relations.
Or influence the stock market, influence decision makers to do certain things that maybe they wouldn't have if this fake video hadn't popped up.
Philip Wang is also one of those striking a warning bell.
It's good for the public to know about this.
It's not always easy to know the difference between a computer-generated image or someone online and a real person. Experts say always try to check the source and try to get it confirmed with another source and verify that it's authentic and not a creation.
Your severe weather Team 11 forecast.
Which one was Peggy? 20 degrees right now in Pittsburgh, 23 Morgantown, Indiana 21. All locations are going to come up. Maybe another 6-7 degrees this afternoon, but that's going to be about it. Wind chill in Beaver feels like 15 right now. Current wind chill in Indiana 8. Pittsburgh feels like 9 degrees. So there is a bite to the air when you step outside. It's not a gusty wind, but keep in mind when the temperatures are only in the upper teens and lower 20s, it doesn't take much wind to create a wind chill. Here are the forecast wind chills later this afternoon. 3 p.m. it's going to feel like 17 in Pittsburgh, 14 in Kittanning, 15 in Uniontown. Now here's the good news. Overnight tonight, not much of a drop down at all because of 2 things that are going to happen. 1, the wind is going to die off a little bit. 2, the temperature isn't going to fall off very far tonight. So wind chill at 11 o'clock tonight, 16 Pittsburgh, 12 Butler, 15 in Washington. The wind chill tomorrow morning as the kids step out the door at the bus stop, or maybe you got some early morning plans tomorrow. Wind chills upper teens to near 20, as opposed to today, where many wind chills were down near 3, 4, and 5 degrees. So it's automatically just going to feel a little better heading into the day tomorrow. Forecast today, sunshine, feel those high thin clouds, most of those north and east of Pittsburgh from here on out. 27 for the high, with the wind chill generally in the teens throughout the afternoon. Tonight, going to only drop down to 22 degrees, so about 15 degrees warmer than it was first thing this morning. So not nearly as cold, and again, wind, not a huge factor overnight tonight and into tomorrow morning. I would watch out for a little black ice, though. Keep in mind, black ice is often caused when you have the snow on the side of the road. The sun melts that snow during the day and melts onto the road and creates that little sheen. It's actually not black, it's clear ice, but it can cause a little slip and slide. So especially late tonight and first thing tomorrow morning, watch out for a little bit of slip and slide. If you see anything that looks like it's damp, just assume that it's icy. Tomorrow back to 36 degrees, sunshine, few clouds tomorrow, not a bad day, just still a little on the cool side. Saturday, sunny, 45. Winter officially begins Saturday night. We're heading in the opposite directions with the temperatures. 45 degrees on Sunday, partly sunny skies on Sunday. Rest of your 5-day forecast with your weekend always in view. Monday, mild as well, but certainly not the warmest day we're going to see over the next couple of days. Your Christmas Eve forecast looks pretty good as we head into the day next week. We're going to see temperatures generally in the mid to upper 40s during the day, topping out near 50 degrees at 4 in the afternoon. By 10 o'clock at night, as you're heading out to either services or time with friends and family, temperature still 40 degrees. And Christmas Day, going to be dry. There'll be some clouds around. Early in the morning, temperatures in the mid-30s, 44 at noon, and once again, a temperature up near 50 degrees by the end of the day.
With no bills to pay or job to worry about, it's hard to believe a child would be stressed out. But to some degree, kids do have certain stressors. Abby Furchner talks with a doctor about how you can pinpoint stress in a child.
Parents have a lot on their plate. From balancing work, finances, and kids, it's easy for the stress to build. And even though the reasons may not be the same, kids can feel the same way.
If there's extra pressure placed on children to perform well academically, if they're feeling stretched in many different areas, such as, well, they have to, study for their 12 AP classes, and then we have to go to violin class, and then, and then we have football and basketball season, and they're overlapping right now, too.
A child's home environment can also be adding to the problem.
Kids oftentimes pick up on a lot more things than we give them credit for as well. So if parents are stressed out about finances and they're arguing about that, and kids overhear, that can definitely cause some stress in the children.
It can be difficult to pinpoint stress, but parents can look out for some red flags, like a noticeable difference in behavior.
The most common thing that I hear is, this is not my child. My child's acting differently than what they normally do. Things like wetting the bed, temper tantrums can actually be a sign of some underlying stress.
If these red flags are sounding familiar, Dr. Myers says the best place to start is providing your child comfort. This may not be forcing them to talk about their issues, but spending quality time with them can help relieve some of the stress.
Counseling can be a great option for kids as it gives them a safe place to talk about what they're going through.
Change is being made at Heinz Hall. How that will get people into their seats faster.
You hear us say Channel 11 News 11 at 11 all the time.
But this is what it means.
It means you get 11 minutes of news and weather before the first commercial.
It means we deliver breaking news, local news happening now, and details about what's happened since 6.
All before the first commercial.
11 at 11 means I'll track storms and bring you your first look at weather before the first commercial.
Channel 11 News 11 at 11.
11 minutes of news and weather before the first commercial.
Watch tonight.
happening in the morning. Watch Channel 11 Morning News.
A new type of security screening is coming to Hines Hall. Starting next month, guests will proceed through a free flow system, which allows people to simply walk through unimpeded. There'll be no need to remove coats or bags, as well as cell phones and keys. Other security policies, such as the right to search bags, will remain in effect. Duquesne University's Puppy Dog Eyes research has been ranked among the most influential stories of 2019. Researchers studied how dogs' eyes and facial muscles help them communicate with humans. The study gained international online attention and just ranked 27th out of the Altmetric Top 100.
Cool. A pot-bellied pig found wandering around Indiana Township has not been claimed, and that means Marigold could soon be put up for adoption. The healthy 4-year-old pig was found on Dorseyville Road a few weeks ago. Marigold could be ready for adoption as soon as next month. A Johnstown man is bringing his community together with a Snapchat scavenger hunt. He goes by the name Money Man. He's keeping his real identity a secret. He's posting clues to his Snapchat story, leading his followers to search all over town for the latest prize. He's given away things like Apple AirPods and $100 bills.
So I'm trying to create fun around this town, bringing families, kids, everyone of all ages together. It's cool seeing kids try to find something that you hid, something that you created.
If they could just pan up a little, we'd
He's got a really deep voice, too, yeah.
The Money Man says that he hopes to get more creative with...
Thanks for joining us. I'm Gordon Lesh.
And I'm Catherine Amenta.
At Channel 11 Morning News, we help you prepare for the day ahead.
Definitely the heavy rain gear today with temperatures.
Heavier delays for the inbound morning commute.
We expanded our breaking news team to better cover news happening right now and give you new information throughout the morning.
Let's get right to Jennifer Tomazik live at the breaking news desk.
A huge impact on the area. In fact, we just found out.
Don't miss anything happening in the morning. Watch Channel 11 Morning News. We're on from 4.